Good morning. You're listening to Shamelessly Shontay. I'm your host, Shontay Lundy, and happy Sunday. Welcome back, Kimberly.
Good morning. So excited to be back.
Same. And we have a special co-host, second co-host today, Audrey.
So excited to be here.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Okay, so y'all, did anybody catch the eclipse?
No, unfortunately, I missed it.
You missed it?
I turned away for 1 minute and it was over.
I missed it. I saw it a few years ago, though, so I was like, okay.
Okay. So I had 99% totality as I was in Dallas, Texas. And it felt like at 1:39, the moon, the bad guy, pulled up on the sun and was like, "What's up, son? We about to fight. We about to fight." And the sun was like, no, be nice to the earthlings. And then like 4 minutes goes by and the sun easily beats up the moon. The moon pulls off and then it's bright in Dallas again and then in the world. At 1:39, it got dark because that's when the moon pulled up to the sun. But the sun wasn't having it. The sun had to save the earthlings. And that's what happened when I viewed the eclipse. I saw a bad guy and a good guy in a movie. And I was a little itsy bitsy little viewer. While they were fighting, it was magical in the sky. It was silvery. It was shining. It was like they were doing a dance, but I knew they were fighting. So that was my experience of the eclipse.
Was it life-changing for you?
My neighbor was crying. My neighbor was crying. She said this was the most amazing thing that has ever happened to her, and she was so happy to experience it with me.
Yep.
What I will say is that the tickets to go down to Dallas were $1,000 one way from Los Angeles. Y'all, I didn't pay that, okay? My flight was only $400 because I booked it the night before, but I go to Dallas back and forth. So I know how much a ticket costs. However, what I would say is if you're going to see a fight, that's $1,000 is worth it. If you can see the eclipse in real life because a camera cannot capture it, it is worth seeing. Okay?
I agree.
All right. So
Next
in 20
time.
years, in 2020, 45? Next time?
Next
time we'll be there.
We'll be there.
Okay. We're going to go into trending topics.
Okay.
Trending topics is not the eclipse. Trending topics is the age gap in relationships. I mean, I'm not going to read off the script today because I just have my own thoughts about this, but we're seeing celebrity couples and everyday people all up in them, from the stereotypical, older man and younger woman and I don't know, women trying to get the come up and all of those things. I mean, we got Jay and Beyonce, we got George Clooney, his wife, Michael Douglas and his wife, Kata Zeta-Jones, Kris Jenner and Corey Gamble, Gabrielle Union, D. Wade. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. My first question to you all, this is a little personal, all right?
Okay.
How old are we going as ladies in here?
Can I go younger?
Okay.
I'd rather go younger.
So let me ask you, is your title a sugar mama or a cougar?
I'm going sugar mama.
I like that one too.
Yeah, I like the sound.
Because why cougar?
Exactly.
Right, it's like you're
I'm not
pouncing.
predatory. I
like
think
you're
it's better to
pouncing
be
on young meat.
And I'm very sweet.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, so how young are you going?
I would say probably mid to late 20s.
Currently?
Oh, no. Currently, no. My husband's actually 2 years older than me.
Okay.
But I think ideally, I would go to mid to late 20s would be like the range.
If you had no husband.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sugar mama status over here.
Wow.
Yeah. How about you, Kimberly?
Older.
Okay.
I'd go older.
20 years plus, or what's going on?
Ooh, 20's a lot. 10 to 15. 10 to 15.
That's not bad. Yeah.
See, I think my father is about 22 years older than me. So going with a man 20 years older is a little bit tough.
Yeah.
If it's me, I'm going older too. I'm going older, and I think my old is up to 10. No more. Never younger. Maybe for fun and for conversation, but
exactly fun for fun.
For fun. But Audrey, why younger?
Well, I mean, I already have a man. I mean, he's only 2 years older than me, but I already have someone that I'm with that's my age, and I just feel like I need somebody with a little bit more energy. Don't tell my husband I said that.
He's gonna hear.
Listening. Yeah.
He's gonna hear. Listen, I'm all for. So I guess it gets a little weird though when we see like 60-40. Either way, young man or woman, 60-40, 60-30, 60-25.
That's a big difference.
We're seeing age gaps like that, but I do believe love is love.
And also, if you have something in common, I mean, it depends on the person.
At 60-20, what do you have in common?
That's a little bit tough. That's a bit
attraction, maybe.
Yeah, from the 60-year-old.
I'm with you. Love is love.
Love is love, right?
People just need to be happy. You know, forget about the judgment that other people are going to have. Just be happy.
Can I get on that wheel?
Yes.
I want to get on that wheel.
Yes.
Okay, y'all. We'll be right back with our guest on Shamelessly Shontay. And welcome back to Shamelessly Shontay. We have somebody in the house today. Who do we have?
Yes, we do. I'm going to introduce her. This woman's amazing. Okay, so you might have first been introduced to our next guest in 2015 on Black Ink Chicago, but she is now the star of her very own podcast, Marriage or Mirage. She's a mother to 2 beautiful daughters, an author of the children's book Nubians Come in All Shades, and the owner of a hair care line that caters to locks. Whether she's creating health-conscious sea moss products, which I love, or sharing her fun family life on social media, this guest is nothing short of driven, charismatic, and entertaining. Please welcome to the show, Charmaine Bey.
Hey, y'all. Thanks for the intro. That was nice.
Wow, beautiful.
I'm going to need to borrow that.
Somebody will send it to you.
Okay.
Charmaine.
Nice to meet you again. Yeah.
You remember when we met?
Yes. I brought my children to the Mermaid movie. Why can't I remember the name?
Mm-hmm.
Little Mermaid.
Yep.
And Black Girl Sunscreen, of course, was there. And I actually put some sunscreen in their book bag yesterday. I had some left over from the event. And I slipped it into their book bag because my babies be coming home looking a little burnt. Like they got the red under the eyes, the nose red. I'm like, okay, we're not, we're going to take care of your skin. So shout out to you, girl.
And your babies are so cute, by the way.
Thank you.
Such big personalities.
Thank you so much. They are very big personalities.
Charmaine, tell us a little bit about yourself, like from the beginning. Who are you? Where you from?
Okay, so I'm Charmaine Walker, first before Bey.
Yeah.
I'm from Slidell, Louisiana, this little tiny 30,000 people town outside of New Orleans. Mm-hmm. We eat good. We party even harder. It's amazing down there. But I always knew I was like bigger than Slidell. Like I just always felt I was just bigger than Slidell. And I always wanted to get out of Slidell. So my plan was to go away for college and never come back. And I did. I went to Howard University,
nice.
2008 to 2012. So I only did 4 years, y'all. But they be 5-6 years super seniors.
Where in Howard?
Yeah.
Wow.
So 4 years, I got up out that jam. And that was great. After Howard, I moved to Chicago and I was actually selling radio.
Oh.
For The Score, WBBM, The Score. Wow. And I was selling radio and, that was great. Then I went over and started working at Groupon. That was cool. But Groupon kind of changed my life because going to work at Groupon, you could wear whatever you wanted. There was no dress code. And also, most likely, if you were coming in kind of hungover, so was your manager, right? And we were like partying together. Like you would be partying with your coworkers. So it was very different. And that allowed me to like party after work. It wasn't like the corporate CBS radio selling life. This was Groupon, a startup in a office where, you can get away with murder almost. So, I was definitely getting away with murder. I was partying every night until like 2-3 in the morning at 9 Mag, the tattoo shop in Chicago. And we did that for like 2 years, y'all. And it must have been legendary because next thing I know, VH1 was calling saying that they wanted to film us for a pilot for a reality show. Okay. And I just was like, this sounds really crazy, but like, sure, you know? So I put on my best Nene Leakes, my best Jocelyn Hernandez at the time. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go all in. And we're going to get this show. Because it wasn't just us. It was another tattoo shop in Baltimore that they were filming after us for a pilot.
So it was competitive?
Yes, it was between us and this show, this tattoo shop in Baltimore. And we were like, we have to lock this down. So we did. We did our big one on that. We had 7 successful seasons, over 100 episodes. Around, in the middle of season 7, I was totally not feeling it anymore, and decided to quit the show. And I don't know if y'all know this, but iHeart Radio was one of my bosses as well. WGCI in Chicago. I miss GCI so much. Doc, if you're listening, I emailed you twice. And no response, but it's all good. I don't blame you, Doc. I would be iffy on me too. But because I was doing well in Chicago, and I was kind of like up next. I had my own midday show, so every day 10 to 2, you were tuning into me, and I was like up next for like morning show, things like that. But what really resonated with me now, what I was going through then, which I didn't understand, is I had like a serious burnout. Not only did my parents die while in like a 2-year span, but I was pregnant both times. And, after once it just hit me, I just needed a whole change of scenery. Okay. I did not want to be in Chicago anymore. My husband had dreams and aspirations of us creating reality TV shows. We were getting a lot of great feedback here in LA. So we decided to move to LA, and that's why I'm here. So yes, I'm an entrepreneur. I have lots of businesses. And yeah, we're here.
Charmaine, you said so much.
That was only just a little bit.
But it was a lot. And it just reminds me of how like complex like our lives are.
Yes, very.
Oh my goodness. So just being from the South.
Yes.
Right. There's stories there. And then going to the not to the Midwest, but to the Midwest.
Yeah.
Midwest, but you stopped in DC.
Yeah.
Right. and
Chocolate
then,
City.
and then you went to the Midwest, and all this stuff started to like really pop off for you.
Right.
And then coming over to Los Angeles, I'm exhausted kind of just by listening to that, but exhausted knowing what it took to make all of those moves. I'm sorry to hear about your parents.
It's okay. Thank you. They're here with us.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We feel them too because you have this energy.
Yes. Yeah.
And this is old stomping ground being on the radio.
Definitely. Yeah. Like I said, I might pass by Doc's office on the way out.
He ain't here.
Well, make sure y'all show him the interview. I'm gonna shoot him an email like I came by today.
Okay.
He'll hear it.
Okay.
Yeah. So Charmaine, you post about your companies, the shenanigans of your everyday life, hilarious skits about your family life. How do you balance capturing family content while protecting your marriage and your parenting?
I got really lucky being with a partner who just like totally, we're on the same wavelength when it comes to content and just everything. Of course, we love to kind of teeter that line a little bit with things that will definitely cause conversations amongst the commenters and all that. But me and my husband, we are like rock solid on the same wavelength. Of course, we don't always agree, and we ain't always happy-go-lucky in the sense of like we definitely get into our little tits and tats about the smallest little things. Like, why didn't you take the trash out last night?
Sure.
Yeah. But when it comes to content, we know what the people want to see. People love my relationship. They love my kids. They love our businesses. So we kind of just, stick to those 3 things. And the raunchier content, my husband he comes up with that,
I mean, I've seen it.
Yeah.
I follow.
The raunchier the content. Yeah. Like the rap song we did that he wrote it, produced it. He dressed me for the video. And I was like, babe, like this is giving Charmaine season 1 Black Ink. Like I've just come so far. I feel like I'm going backwards right now. And he was just like, this is what your fans love. This is what they fell in love with, like, we get it, you're a mom now, but like, don't worry. You know, he's like, Cardi B's a mom. Nicki Minaj is a mom, you know. Cardi got WAP. Like, nobody was talking about culture when she put WAP out. Like, don't let people be like, oh, you're a mom, you know, but
so that was some inspiration and some motivation for you, right? To kind of come out of your comfort zone a little bit.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's funny because it's still my comfort zone. Yeah. I just like tucked it away. You know? Yeah.
Totally get in the closet.
Okay. Because like, I come from New Orleans where we're twerking. Like, I grew up before it was called twerking, it was called popping. Okay. Yes. Like popping. And I grew up on Cash Money from the 99 and 2000s. Okay. I grew up on What You Need, Boy. I Need a Hot Girl. I mean, I'm literally like 6 years old, obsessed with the video. And all they doing is shaking ass. You know what I'm saying? So I was like obsessed.
So Charmaine, is anything off limits with you?
No, not at all. No, I hate off limits.
So how do you decide though, what is going to be, what goes online and what doesn't go online?
Well, you know, for me, the off limits would be, we not only gentle parent, but we are gentle with each other. So it's really hard to find, like, there's nothing off limits going on behind the scenes, right? So, I mean, everything that we have, we can put out there. And mind you, I come from reality TV. So it's really hard to like say something's off limits when you've been putting everything out there for ratings the whole time. I mean, even like when my dad was dying, that was really hard. And he knew he was dying. I knew he was dying. But then I'm also like asking him to film with me, which is just the craziest thing ever. Like, why are you even thinking about this? But I knew I had a job to do. You know what I mean? And social media and putting things out there is a part of the job. You know, I don't really have anything that's off limits. You know, my kids, the whole bathroom cussing thing, my kids don't even know what a bad word is.
Charmaine, do your kids enjoy making content?
Mm-hmm. They do. And if I see signs that they don't want the phone around, then I don't do it. You know, like sometimes my little one, Charlie, will be like, no, mommy, you know, and then I just put the phone up. I'm not going to force it in her face. Nola totally wants to make content. Nola wants to make, I'll set the phone up and she's like, I'm Nola Bey. And today we're making sea moss jelly. And I'm like, you go, girl.
Oh, Nola, I picked up on that. Okay. Nola, New Orleans, Nola.
Yeah, Nola, exactly.
So as you raise your children and instill them in with their values and healthy habits, how do you plan on teaching them the importance of wearing sunscreen?
Oh, it's so important. So when I first moved to LA, I felt like the sun it's a different sun out here.
But isn't Louisiana's sun hotter?
The Louisiana sun's hotter, but also not only is it a different sun in LA right now in general, but I feel like the sun that we're exposed to today is not the same sun that we were exposed to 20 years ago. Okay. The sun feel different. It feel like an ozone layer done melted away and it's a little bit closer, you know? But sunscreen is very important, especially for Black girls. My aunt had skin cancer from not wearing sunscreen, you know, doing yard work and being exposed to the sun, all those things. And she ended up getting skin cancer. Aside from that, when I took my children to the dermatologist for some eczema related issue, the dermatologist let me know immediately, you know, people think Black girls or Black people don't need to wear sunscreen. Like, please wear sunscreen. Your children are fair skinned. And on top of that, they also have like different color eyes. The doctor want them to wear sunglasses too, to protect themselves from the sun in general.
Come on with the ideas.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. You can have it, girl. I ain't making no glasses. So you got it. Yeah. Sunglasses too. The doctor, because they have hazel and like blue tinted eyes, the doctor just let me know like sunscreen and even protecting their eyes is just so important. But she begged me like, please protect them from the sun. Also, what people don't understand, if your child has eczema, that sun can really damage the way that their skin tries to heal from that and cause dark spots, you know? And that's what she was explaining to me too. So my kids just started going to preschool. I like kept them at home for the longest, but guess what I pack in their book bag?
BGS Kids.
I sure do.
Yes, thank you.
I sure do. We still got ours from the Little Mermaid movie that we that you guys sponsored the event. Yeah. And they both have some in their book bag. And I also let their teacher know. I don't put it on them when they go to school, but I let them know, like when I pick them up, they better have this on. You know what I mean?
Hey.
Right. So yeah.
That's how you.
I could tell you about it. I was reading it yesterday. 80 minutes. Protects you for 80 minutes. What, after the water? Something like that?
Yeah.
I was reading it. I was just trying to,
make sure you got it correctly. Charmaine, you and your husband host a podcast, Marriage Mirage, where you talk about all the good and bad and the messy in relationships. I'm curious about your stance on controversial relationship topics. What do you think about open relationships?
Ooh. I feel like get it how you live. You feel me? Like whatever makes you happy. My husband would totally probably love an open relationship in this.
Has he told you that before?
All the time. No. He's not serious, but he kind of is. You know how like you're joking, but you're serious.
Yeah.
But literally maybe 2 days ago, we were eating Indian food and he was like, I was telling him about somebody that has an open relationship. And he was like, oh, what a dream. And I was like, oh, that's what you want? Like, that's what you want? You want an open relationship? And he was like, I mean, if it's open, if I'm not going to like lose my family or lose you and you're cool with it, why not? And I was like, but what do you get out of that? What do you get out of it? He was like, what do you mean? He goes, I love women. Women are one of probably the second thing in the world that I love the most. And I was like, well, how are you feeding this love? And he's like, I'm not, I'm feeding it through you. But he said he's focused, he's committed, but he would love an open relationship. I'm not the one. You married the wrong one.
Charmaine, does that low key hurt you just a little bit?
No, it doesn't hurt me because I know like my husband and I have, a very real connection. And like he said, he's committed. Like he's not DMing girls. He's not texting women. We've never had any type of cheating situation. So what it does say is in the future, if I ever did agree to an open relationship, which I totally wouldn't, but I definitely would go into it trusting him. Like I know that the foundation is there.
Well, Charmaine, do you and your husband have celebrity hall passes?
If I had one, who would I use it on is more the question.
Good question.
No, we don't have a celebrity hall pass, but I know that he would love to hook up with Nicole Murphy. Nikki Murphy.
So he's going older.
Oh, he loves a cougar. He told me, he said,
if
he
sugar mama.
A sugar mama.
Call him sugar mamas here.
He told me he would never cheat because he would tell me first, and it would be with Nicole Murphy.
Okay, so on that point, how open are you guys? Do you have each other's passwords to your phones? Like,
absolutely, but not for any of those type of reasons. Like, I have his password on his phone most likely because I can't find my phone and I have to call my phone.
So that means you're in his call log.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But if I want, like I don't really go snooping for nothing, y'all. But there's nothing for me. Like, let's just say the phone's open.
Okay.
And the text messages are up. I might look at the top of the screen, right? But I'm not going to sit there and start scrolling. I ain't going to. Because there's nothing for me to find, but that's also how you find stuff, when you don't want to. But he also not only has my password. The other day I was sending him verification codes that kept coming to my phone because he was trying to get into one of our social medias. He said, you don't have to keep sending me the code. I'm in your email. And I'm like, okay. Wow. But he's the one that I think he actually sent me the DM for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one that, or maybe I got an email for this. I can't remember. Both. Yeah. Yeah, he's the one that will be like, hey, someone DM'd you for an opportunity. And he'll send me a screenshot.
Well, so real quick, Audrey, Kimberly, how same level of openness?
Yep. Absolutely. I know my husband's. I can never remember it, but I do know his password.
Yes, same level of openness. Yep.
Yeah.
You can see my emails. You can see my text messages.
Y'all giving me the chill.
Nothing to hide.
Giving me the chill.
Nothing to hide, right. Yeah. I mean, it takes a little while to get there because, like, are you in a relationship? Well, let me tell you this. It takes a little while to get there because... you definitely got to make sure none of your old things hit
on my nose. I'm like in the chair, like hunched over. Yeah, I will never be there.
Oh, you'll be there.
No, I don't think I will.
You don't want him going through your stuff, or you don't want to go through his stuff?
No, because for me, it's just like I trust you, so I don't even need to even know what's happening in your phone.
Right.
The trust is already there.
And that's how I feel. Like I said, I don't go looking.
Yeah.
You know?
I do think that if something is happening, it will surface regardless.
Oh, regardless.
If we're looking, if we have phone passwords or whatever. So,
right.
Yeah, I don't actually want somebody, if I'm trying to like surprise them or something, I just want to know that it's mine.
Right. Yeah. Right. I will.
You can see I'm visibly getting uncomfortable.
I know.
Well,
the body language,
girl,
has
for
changed.
us, not only do we both work at home,
yeah,
but we have one car. Therefore,
okay, yeah,
he ain't going nowhere without each other knowing.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, I got to go to the post office. He's like, hey, can you drop this off? Or, hey, I'm going to get the kids. Oh, okay, cool. I'm going to go walk the dog. Like, you know, that's how, and then we're running our businesses from home. Yeah. So, you know, we have one car because we don't
have time.
Well, girl, I definitely don't have time. And I know he ain't got no time.
Yeah.
Because he's doing more than me.
Yeah.
He's doing all the hard stuff. I just like turn my social media on and sell the products. He's like doing everything else.
Listen, inspiration for all these people out here married and just trying to figure it out, but in their own way, right? And not conforming to the traditional norms of what people think marriage should be and look like and feel like.
Right. You do what's good for you.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right. And that's perfect for you. I mean, it works out. So.
Right. If threesomes worked out for you,
hey, you never know.
Wow. We just jumped.
That literally came from the left nowhere.
Yeah.
From the like left side. Hey. Okay, we're going to come right back with a little bit of fun with Charmaine Walker Bey.
Yes.
Okay. And we're back with Charmaine Walker Bey. We're going to play a game of this or that.
Okay.
Whatever comes to your mind, first answer.
All right.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
I have the first question. Okay. Tattoos or piercings?
Tattoos. Do I say why or no?
Go ahead.
Tattoos, just because piercings, I mean, don't get me wrong, tattoos can get infected, but piercings, keloid, you got to take care of it, you know, all these things. I would just rather a tattoo something I can remember forever.
Okay. IG fame or infomercial fame?
Oh, that's
like who watches infomercials, but they're
right,
on.
Right. I mean, IG fame comes with a lot that infomercial fame wouldn't come with. Okay. But I'm not going to change my life for nothing. IG fame, just because you get brand deals, you get, you know, people walking the street telling you how they connect with you. You're not going to get that from infomercial fame.
But if you are a constant personality on QVC.
Yeah, no, that's real.
Popping.
And you know what? I might take that over anything, because then people not even in your regular life.
Right? Yeah.
I think I changed my mind, y'all.
Okay.
Infomercial fame.
Okay.
All right. What about brand name or generic?
Brand name or generic? I'm not mad at generic at all.
So you buy generic in the supermarket?
Guess what? I'm looking at the prices.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm getting Kroger. Is that generic?
Yeah. That's
yes, I'm getting Kroger, okay, versus Rouse tomato sauce for $10. I'm getting Kroger for $1.99.
Oh, I'm the opposite.
Now, I was the opposite until I quit 2 six-figure jobs and moved to LA, right?
Yeah, it's a different life over here.
Different life, but I'm totally good with generic. It does the same thing, but not when it comes to sunscreen. I'm only rocking with black girl sunscreen. Okay. I'm not going generic on the black girl sunscreen. There's only one brand.
And we don't go generic on our guests.
Hey, I heard that. I heard that.
Okay. I have one for you. Upside down or standing up?
Can I get upside down?
But so this is a fun question because it totally depends on your mindset. Listen, seeing the world upside down can be kind of cool.
Yeah,
it could.
But all the blood's rushing to your head.
How are you gonna do it?
I
could not do a handstand like you.
I can. Yeah.
I know you can. I can't.
I can't.
I'm going to say standing up, girl, because I'm going to be suffocating upside down. Okay. All the blood rushing to my head. My head hurts.
All right. Do you go on logic or emotion?
I go on motion. Yeah. Motion all day. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then usually it bites me in the butt because the logic just wasn't there. But I am changing that. My husband's very all about logic. And I'm definitely being more logical these days.
Okay. homeschool or traditional school?
I am a homeschool type of gal, but my kids are in traditional school. If I found the perfect homeschool setup for me, I would totally do it. And for me, what that looks like is not in my home, in someone else's home, preferably a Black home. Preferably the father is working, so he's not in the home during the day. And my children 2 and 4 can kind of like stay together and like educate together. And learn multiple languages and instruments and, science and bugs and outdoors. I would love a homeschool vibe, but unfortunately there's a school right across the street. It's a little Christian school. Don't even have to drive. So that's where they are.
Green eyes or brown eyes?
I'm a brown eye, even though my kids have colored eyes. I'm a brown eye type of girl just because I feel like Black is beautiful. To have colored eyes could be a rarity. We definitely have a lot of Black people with colored eyes, but I've never been one to just be like, oh, your eyes are pretty and this just makes this person pretty.
Yep. And that is a stigma though in the community, right?
Yeah. And my kids having these light colored eyes, I was kind of like, dang. Only because for the rest of their life, people are always going to be like, oh, your eyes are pretty. Your eyes are pretty. And I had a friend who has pretty eyes. And everywhere we went, people are always saying her eyes are pretty. And for her, that was just so annoying after some point. Did
you feel ignored?
No, not at all. I didn't feel ignored because I was fine.
Okay.
I had the booty and all that, and I think whatever, like I am not a jealous type of person. Yeah. Like these are your features and it makes you beautiful. You know what I mean? But I just don't want my kids to think that they're like better than others because you have pretty eyes or fair skin or like Nola has red hair. Like, please understand your dad's Haitian and we did not expect you to come out looking like this. Like,
yeah. The reason why I asked you that, Charmaine, is because just like within certain like friend groups, right, where some of the women might have certain characteristics versus the others, whether it be different complexions, different body shapes, and it makes them almost superior than the others. So it wasn't like a knock like to you against your friend, but it's like it happened.
Oh, I know it happens. Absolutely. Yeah. But our friend group in college, we were all sisters, different shades, different body types. And, we all were very confident in our own being. So like her getting compliments all day on her eyes. Yeah, she has pretty eyes.
Sure.
Yeah. Like that didn't affect me. I was getting compliments on, other stuff that she didn't have, We all, as a group though, we was a bad group because we all had just like Ashley got the eyes, Charmaine got the butt, Array got the pretty hair, Gina looked like Kelly Rowland, So we was all coming with it.
Yeah. I love it. I love it.
Perfect. So we had a couple more questions for you. All right. Homemade dinner or takeout?
Ooh, I'm going to say takeout because I'm the one making the dinner, y'all. And
chefing it up?
Yeah. I'm chefing it up. And a lot of times I don't feel like it. And a lot of times it tastes like I didn't feel like it. But when I cook with love and like compassion and just time, it's so good, but takeout. Yeah.
It's hard
but I've wasted a lot of money on takeout over the years. There was probably a 2-year span where I didn't cook at all and only ordered out breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
She said,
wait, some
snacks, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, acai bowl, whatever I wanted. But that was a part of that burnout era. Couldn't cook.
Sure. Okay. I have one: sticky hands or stinky feet.
I'm going to take stinky feet because sticky hands, I mean, of course I could wipe them, but if we're just talking about sticky hands or stinky feet, I hate when my kids get me dirty with their hands. They'll go eat pasta and like run up to me and now I have red sauce on my white blouse and I'm like, oh my God.
What about if your husband has sticky hands or sticky feet?
Oh, nah, he gonna have to go.
Which one?
I'm going to take the sticky hands for my husband. I'm thinking kids. We talking about grown people? No, we doing sticky hands. We talking about grown. I thought we was talking about cute little baby feet. Stinky baby feet.
Where you took it. It's where you took it. Yeah. Okay. Sneeze confetti or hiccup bubbles?
Ew.
On both.
Oh God. I'm gonna say hiccup bubbles because the confetti, that's just a lot. The bubbles, at least it comes out and like floats up and you're like, stay away.
I have a secret on sneeze confetti. Okay. When I sneeze through my mouth.
Oh.
And not my nose. So when I sneeze, it goes here and I catch it, as opposed to the sneeze to the nose and it goes everywhere.
Right.
That's my secret.
Interesting. Okay. I feel like mine comes out everywhere. It's like it's everything.
Oh,
I like I try to do it in the arm. I'm a sneeze confetti type of gal
too. Open your mouth.
too.
I promise you, it will change your life.
Yeah.
Just open your mouth.
Okay.
Put it here. Charmaine, thank you so much.
Thank you
for being here today and letting us speak to you.
Of course. I'll do anything for Black brands. Black businesses. I love that. I understand, the grind of it all. So thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. But before you go, what's next for you?
Good question. So my husband and I moved here to create reality TV shows. We definitely got some action on one of them. And, we're hoping that it sells. Will it sell? I don't know.
Oh, we manifesting it here.
That's
girl,
right.
I've been manifesting the whole time.
It's on the airwaves. We're all manifesting.
Yes.
We're rooting for you.
Yes.
Okay.
Just as long as you have me on as a guest.
Okay, come on. Well, you don't want to be on this show, girl. So it's people having babies, girl. You want to have a baby on this show?
Like literally? Like
Yeah,
the whole process?
Yes, it's like, yeah. Well, I'll tell y'all more about it off the air. But
Okay.
we came here to create reality TV shows and we're working very hard on that. But aside from that, just really building up our businesses. We're trying to be at Black on the Block this summer and, just doing our thing. So
We might see you there.
yeah.
Okay,
I'm going to be there.
Okay, Charmaine. Thanks so much again.
Thank you so much.
coming on, okay?
Yes, thanks for having me.
Hey,
Thank you. Bye.
So, Kimberly, what's happening at Black Girl Sunscreen?
Well, Shontay, we are a few days into May. The sun is out. We're planning our summer vacations. We're getting excited for upcoming holidays. But we want to make sure that you have your sunscreen ready for you and for those hot, sunny days. So today, we're showing love to our Make It Hybrid SPF 50 sunscreen. Achieve the best of both worlds with half mineral and a half physical formula infused with aloe and lavender to heal and soothe the skin. This SPF is made to protect your skin from the harmful UVA and UVB rays, but of course, it leaves no white cast behind. So your skin will be left feeling soft, looking refreshed. It'll be looking beautiful, skin popping with no white cast.
Okay, this is for the mineral girlies.
That's right.
Make It Hybrid is for the consumer that wants that zinc, wants that titanium oxide, and we're giving it to y'all.
That's right.
Make It Hybrid is a top seller in all of our retailers because it's giving just that. It's a little bit different than our queen, but she still serves.
That's right.
Okay, it goes on sheer, no white cast. You don't look like a ghost. You look like yourself, but you're doing it in a different way.
Yes, you're protecting your skin.
So for all the girlies out there that have supported Make It Hybrid, thank you so much. And that's it for Shamelessly Shontay. Until next week. Bye.